Laozi, an Oriental sage, is the historical creator of Chinese Taoist thought and an Oriental messenger for all cultures and spiritual paths. Taishan Laojin is another meaningful name for Laozi, Supreme Venerable, a contribution from Chinese indigenous religion. Under the title Tao of Heaven and Universal Virtue, as a means to propagate the Oriental sacred classes Tao Te Ching, and Taoism itself as a message to the world. The Taoist mission Singapore, united with Tai He Biu, Samaranch of Indonesia, Federation of Sabah Taoist Association in Malaysia, and Associazione Taoista d'Italia, as four founding organizations, successfully launched a Taoist Day worldwide celebration in 2011 during the Water Dragon Year of 2012. A bigger international organizing committee continues to celebrate Taoist Day world events and festivities. This grand celebration of Taoism occurs on a world ceremonial basis, stretching across time and continents. February 15th of the Chinese lunar calendar is the birthday of Laozi. Within a month, Taoist masters and elders, mainly from Asia and Europe, came to Kaohsiung, Taiwan, for the grand opening ceremony in a local Taoist temple. In Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia, a series of Laozi's memorial festivities was also celebrated. The International Taoist Group flew to the birthplace of Laozi in Guiyang, Anhui Province, and Luyi, Henan Province, for a sacred pilgrimage. Later, the International Taoist team gathered in Caserta, Italy, to celebrate a climax of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Festival, together with Associazione Taoista d'Italia. Taoist Day, the fifth day of the second lunar month, a time to honor Taishan Laojin, is now celebrated on a worldwide basis. It is a day of cheer and joy for world Taoists and believers, as well as a guide to contemplative practice in other faiths. With virtue and compassion to the world, we celebrate together our great day in 2012. To understand its historical origins, as well as inner practice focus, let us first look at the celebration which occurred in Kaohsiung, Taiwan on February 25, 2012, and then join grand opening ceremony of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Celebration. At the beginning of the spring, Kaohsiung City was filled with light and natural beauty. Inspired by the enthusiasm of the local organizing committee, about 600 World Taoist delegates and masters from mainland China, Taiwan, Malaysia, Vietnam, Italy, Japan, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Macau came to the local Taoist temple to join the grand opening event of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Celebration. This was also the first time for Taiwan to host the Taoist Day Worldwide Celebration. The newly elected Taiwan President Ma Ying-jeou, Vice President Xu Yuan-chang, and the Mayor of Kaohsiung, Ms. Chen Qi, all sent their congratulatory letters to the event hosted by the Taoist Temple. The Executive Director, Mr. Lin Jinzhou, and the Grandmaster Wong Taiming added their sincere hopes that all the festivities be very successful. due to the concurrent hosting of the month-long Lantern Festival, an ancient custom from Ming Dynasty in mainland China. Today's Taoist temple is very festive and lively. A sacred temple band with drumming, dragon and lion dances, electronic music, ornated robed Taoists and volunteer groups, all lined up to welcome the overseas guests. Besides the Taoist temple as a host organization, there were 25 other organizers, 55 associations, 35 sponsors and 73 co-units, altogether 188 organizations who joined together to host the festivities, showing that Laozi and Taoism in Taiwan have a huge popular foundation. The presidents, as well as Taoist priests and priestesses of the Sichuan Taoist Association, the Maoshan Taoist Association, the Shanghai Taoist Association, and others from mainland China, also joined the event to celebrate with the World Taoist delegates. Taiwan has a long history of kinship with mainland China, and its Taoism veins derive from the great centers of the mainland. According to the record, the first Taoists who landed in Taiwan from China dates to the Tang Dynasty. When Zheng Chenggong recovered Taiwan in the late Ming and early Qing dynasties, Taoist schools and masters once again came to Taiwan. 70s of last century, Taiwan Taoism developed with the economic boom and an unprecedentedly number of believers. Created by the legendary Taoist master Guo Tongfang in 1960, Kaohsiung Taoist Temple is a Taoist blessed land beside the local Golden Line Lake. In 1976, Master Guo Changying created a cultivated Taoist field called Tai Yizhen Lian Set and started to serve the Kaohsiung people. Over the years, Taoist Temple regularly organized the Taoist rituals, convert events, charitable activities, which were widely cherished by the believers. Today, the host of Taoist Temple is Grand Master of San Qing Tai Wong Tai Mei. She leads the Taoists and her Taoist friends to host a Taoist ritual for the attendance of the Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide celebration. With an American doctoral degree in religious philosophy and 30 years dedication to Taoism, she has committed to promote the Orthodox Taoist culture and preserves its religious function after becoming the temple host and Grand Master. Her indoctrination of conscious functions entrusted, do nothing to do everything, has brought her wide respect at home and abroad, bringing her name many direct awards. In the hall of the Taoist Temple, everyone pays respects to Taishan Laojun of boundless longevity and recites the Taishan Daozu scripture to bless and protect the country and pay for harmony, a happy life, and employment for all people. The Taoist Day Worldwide celebration hopes to move successfully to help the entire world, Taoist temples and all places of spiritual practice with unity, cooperation, and synergy. Taoism is a moral religion, in that it respects the Tao and promotes virtue, honors heaven and earth, and prays for the ancestors. It is a native and traditional religion of China, which has had an important and profound influence on Chinese sages, culture, philosophy, social ethics, and environmental protection throughout history. Tao is universal, and its virtues merge all. At the conclusion of the rite, everyone prays, bows 9 times, and completes the ceremony of ancestral respect and worship. crowned as the 65th Celestial Master of Taoism in Taipei on June 2009. The Celestial Master Zhang Yijiang leads a ritual group and joins in the blessing and entire ceremony. Outside Doubter Temple, there's a line of festival participants who are waiting for the next ritual ceremony. During the 25th and the 26th, the two remaining days of the Taoist Day celebration in Kaohsiung, the organizing committee made orderly arrangements, ensuring every VIP, guest, and a Taoist friend be blessed by the Taishan Daozu. People take photos in front of the Doubter Temple and pray that heaven and the earth sense their virtuous deeds and pass their best wishes for Tao and virtue to the rest of the world. After an abundant and delicious lunch, the international delegates moved to the main hall in the afternoon to attend the conference of the opening ceremony of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide celebration. Before the formal program, the organizing committee arranges a group of little Taoist children from the Doubter Temple families to recite and chant Taoist classics. The distinguished guests are all delightful in viewing these little Taoist hearts, who have been trained in good deeds and will grow up in a Taoist environment. Grandmaster of San Qing Tai Yi Wang Taimei of Doubter Temple hosts the opening conference. She delightfully tells that the closing ceremony of Taoist Day Worldwide celebration in 2011, she made a good promise to be the host at the opening of this year's event. Also, she sincerely thanks all the distinguished guests who attended the festivities in Kaohsiung. The Executive Director of Doubter Temple, Mr. Lin Jinzhou, and the Vice Mayor of Kaohsiung, Mr. Chen Qiyu, also give public speeches. The convener of Taoist Day Worldwide Celebration and President of Taoist Mission Singapore, Master Lee Zhiwang, described their hard journey and the joy of launching this event. Taoist delegates from different countries now stepped on the stage to deliver their precious gifts and express greetings and congratulations to a very successful Taoist Day Worldwide celebration. Then, Professor Chen Mingxiang of National Kaohsiung Normal University makes an academic speech entitled How Taoism Connects to the World. Professor Lin Wenqing of National Kaohsiung Normal University delivers his speech on how the Tao Te Ching spreads to the world. Their profound and vivid presentation makes a beautiful benefit of the listeners. The welcoming party of the Taoist Day Worldwide celebration and the organizing committee prepared some typical Taiwan programs. The professional performances bring a true authentic taste of Taiwan customs and beauty. Tao is universal, and its virtues nurture all. In a harmonious circumstance, people feel the Taoist light and a virtuous energy and a long-term friendship in a happy and a cheerful way. The next day, the organizing committee arranged local Taoist temple tour and a collective worship, which increased the celebrating fervor in the local city. Situated next to the famous National Sun Yat-sen University, 13 Kings Temple was built during the Kangxi reign era of Qing Dynasty. First established by a mainland boat venturing in this oceanic area. Stepping upstairs, people can have a beautiful view of the port of Kaohsiung and commemorate ancient adventures in the 18 King Temple. Although in renovation, the Three Phoenix Palace is a popular pilgrimage site for Taoists and other visitors to Kaohsiung. The palace was built in a northern temple construction style and decorated in luxurious colors. The main deity honored in the temple shrine is Marshal Nerja Prince. Bao'an Temple was built in Jiaqing reign of Qing Dynasty, which has already more than 200 years history. Many Taoist pilgrims mark it as one of the famous temples in Houyi district of Kaohsiung. The main honor worship god is Baoshen Dadi, god of medicine. Qingmingtan is the most grandest temple in the Lotus Pond Synod area in Kaohsiung. The majestic and impressive appearance of the temple, with carved beams, show its artistic climax. The sage Confucius and the god martial arts Guan Yu are honored here, together with national hero Zheng Chenggong. After Bizzle Temple and Palace collective visit, the organizing committee arranges for the international delegates to take a cruise tour of Kaohsiung Port. Located in the southern part of Taiwan, Kaohsiung is the biggest harbor and has ranked the third largest container port of the world, right after Hong Kong and Singapore. Today, the Taoists and the guests enjoy very much the harbor beauty of the city, with its majestic constructions and the scenes along the shore. The sacred enlightenment of the Tao Te Ching, the cause of virtue and the Tao, the connection of water and the life, all let us combine our Taoist heart with nature, countries, and the globe at the 21st century. This is the first time that the activities of Taoist Day Worldwide celebration were held in Taiwan. These 2 days, the media such as the Taiwan Times, Taiwan Religious Journal, and some other newspapers and TV stations also reported the relevant festivities. In the evening of February 25th, all the international participants and their Taoist masters gathered together to celebrate the beautiful moment of closing ceremony of Taoist Day in Taiwan.
我觉得我们这一次2012年的道教世界庆典的开幕式，能够在台湾的高雄道德院联合200个团体来联合成为主办、协办、赞助、发起单位。 而且看到这么多的国家都来参与，我觉得这个事情办得很有意义。我们希望这个道教世界庆典的开幕式、闭幕式能够一直连续下去，有朝一日使我们这个教主太上道主的圣诞 农历2月15日，真的能够使全世界来公认它为宗教庆典日。我们也希望把太上道德能够传播全世界，使全世界的人、全世界的各个国家的百姓同胞跟大地众生大家都能够道德升华我相信对世界的和平，对每一个国家的兴盛，对社会的安定，对家庭的和乐，对个人的素养，都非常非常有很大的帮助所以我希望道教能够在国际上大家都有接轨的机会，而且能够与其他的正统的宗教大家都能够接轨，都能够携手合作，共度众生。这是我的期许跟愿望。太上感应，平安善哉。
Just as Taiwan President Ma Ying-jeou stated in his congratulatory letter to Taoist Temple for hosting Taoist festivities. I'm delighted to know that you will host Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide celebration and therefore send my congratulations. Also, warmly welcome to all the distinguished guests and participants from far away. I sincerely hope that through these grand events, we can expand the depths of the religious civilization, extend the human concerns on the disadvantaged people, fulfill our social educational function, and contribute hearts and efforts together to construct a friendly, peaceful, and high-quality country. Wish all your events in great success and everyone stays healthy and happiness. With Kaohsiung's formal opening of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide celebration, the joint International Taoist Associations and Taoist Temples then started the relevant festivities. The Federation of Sabah Taoist Association in Malaysia was the host country for the closing ceremony of Taoist Day 2011 Worldwide celebration. This year, from March 2nd to 4th, they connected a second celebration of Taoist Day Worldwide celebration and combining with third celebration of Sabah Taoist Day. At noon of March 2nd, 2012, Federation of Sabah Taoist Association hosted an opening ceremony of Taoist culture exhibition at the Southern Heaven Palace. In a circumstance of joy and harmony, everyone visited the exhibition with pleasure, which marks the formal beginning of the Taoist Day Worldwide celebration in Malaysia. The chairman of Federation of Sabah Taoist Association, Zheng Guanshan, the abbot of Southern Heaven Palace, Wong Kok Leong, Master Yang Shilai, hosted the ritual event in placing the heavenly soldiers in the order. Everyone worshipped the martial filial piety Qianzhun and then had a ceremony of raising the heavenly banner. In the morning of March 4th, the Federation of Sabah Taoist Association hosted a grand longevity ceremony of Supreme Venerable Laozi at the Southern Heaven Palace. In the field, the Taoists and the believers made offerings with incense, wine, flour, food, fruit, longevity peach, etc. to the ritual order. The chairman of local organizing committee and abbot of Southern Heaven Palace, Wong Kok Leong, recited the ritual text and addressed Taishan Daoist scripture. Praying for blessing, everyone delivered 3 bows and 9 prostrations to complete the longevity ritual. After holding a membership congress of the Federation of Sabah Taoist Association, the organizing committee organized a dinner celebration in the evening. The vice administrator of the Sabah state, PMP Dato, Chiu Kuhai, and other VIP guests joined the event. PMP Dato Chiu Kuhai encouraged the Federation of Sabah Taoist Association to continue its Taoist degrees and humanity development. Before the birthday celebration of Supreme Venerable Laozi and the Taoist Day Worldwide celebration, the Federation of Sabah Taoist Association delivered its sincere gratitude to heaven. Tao is universal, and its virtues nurture all. The Taoists and ordinary people work together to do good deeds of merit, accumulate virtue and love the country and the family, benefit others, pray for world peace and prosperity, no war and disaster, the countries in harmony and the people in peace, Sabah in good weather and wealth. The Taoism develops in prosperity, and may the Taoist light shines everywhere. Singapore is a multi-ritual, multicultural, and religious integration country. On March 4th, the Taoist Mission Singapore proudly organized the Singaporean festivities of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide celebration. The Taoist Day actually started in Singapore in 1996. Convened by Singapore Taoist Association. Many Singapore Taoist organizations hold the Taoist Day on the 5th of second lunar month since then. Through celebrating the sacred birthday of Supreme Venerable Laozi, it promotes Taoism and the traditional Chinese culture and values, and enhances the understanding of Taoism, which has obtained strong support of participants at home and abroad. Elected as President of Taoist Mission Singapore in 2000, Master Lee Zhiwang has been diligently working to promote the Orthodox religion Taoism inherited from the ancient Chinese ancestors and connects it into international platform. He also entrusts the symbol of the event, the sphere of the supreme harmony of Tao De, to every hosting country around the world. On March 1st, 2012, Singapore celebrated Taoist Day Worldwide celebration. Master Lee Zhiwang conducted the birthday veneration ritual.
明庆81响。
The event began with 81 times of qing strokes. Everyone held the incense and recited together Supreme Venerable Tao De Tianzun scripture. Followed the Taoist etiquette. The participants presented the 10 offerings and recited together the longevity petition. Then the ritual master led the participants to recite 3 prostrations, and later recited San Gui Yi and the Qing Jing Jing clarity scripture and the Dao De Jing. They accorded collectively 3 bows and 9 prostrations. Later, the Taoists, laymen, friends, and their family members from different areas of Singapore completed the worship ceremony with festive happiness.
Happy Taoist Day, 福生无量天尊, may heavenly blessing be with you.
When an interreligious joined the celebration of Taoist Day, Taoist Mission Singapore arranged a declaration on religious harmony read in 4 different languages: English, Chinese, Malay, and Tamil. Religious harmony is vital for peace, progress, and prosperity in our multi-ritual and multi-religious nation. We resolve to strengthen religious harmony through mutual tolerance, confidence, respect, and understanding, and thereby ensure that religion will not be abused to create conflict and disharmony in Singapore. In the process of celebrating and rejoicing the Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide celebration, Taoist Mission Singapore also held a charity and love activity. In the 5th ceremony of Singapore Taoist Day in March 2000, the local Taoist circles brought the Laozi's Tao Te Ching's Chapter 67 principles, Tao's 3 treasures of compassion, frugality, and humility, which further develops the social service of respect my parents and all the seniors, love my children and all the children. Taoist Mission Singapore naturally opposed the traditional filial piety culture into the Taoist practices and daily life, and hence to awaken the youngsters to pay attention to their elders and other senior problems. In the cultural communication segment, Taoist Mission Singapore arranged a theme named Inspirations and Reflections Gained from Pilgrimage. Master Lee Zhiwang, the convener of Taoist Day Worldwide celebration and president of Taoist Mission Singapore, gave a lecture with the topic Respecting Tao and Worshipping Virtue. He also talked about his pilgrimage to the birthplace of Laozi and the connection of a Taoist heart. Master Lee also introduced the restoration process of Heavenly Jade Emperor Temple, owned by Taoist Mission Singapore. After viewing the video of the Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide celebration in Kaohsiung, Master Tan Zhixia, coordinator of International Liaison of Taoist Day Worldwide celebration and a vice president of Taoist Mission Singapore, then gave a speech on the stage. Associate Professor Lee Zhiwang, honorary academic advisor of Taoist Mission Singapore, delivered his explanation on the Taoist pilgrimage afterwards. At the dinner time, there were various performances, which everyone enjoyed very much, showing the Chinese diversity in Singapore. At last, the registered Taoists of Taoist Mission Singapore and the children recite together Tao Te Ching. In the group singing of Qing Jing scripture, the Taoist Day 2012 worldwide celebration in Singapore reaches its climax. Master Lee Zhiwang delightfully told us the history of Taoist Day worldwide celebration.
道教是中国土生土长的宗教。新加坡华人自从中国移民以来，即把道教带入了新加坡。新加坡道教协会成立的开始，即举行庆祝道教节的活动，主要的目的，希望能够唤醒新加坡道教徒，同时呢，也希望通过举行的道教节这一个活动，把道教的教理、道教的文化等等一切通由教育方面来给传播。1996年开始的第一节新加坡道教节庆典，每年的这一日农历2月15，我们都会在新加坡继续的庆祝这一个节日。我们得到新加坡共和国总统2次的莅临我们的道场，为我们这个活动增加了气氛。我们也联系上了英国道教学会、法国道教学会、葡萄牙道教学会等等7个国家的认同，愿意加入我们的队伍。终于我们能够组成这个道教节世界庆典，并且在这个2011年正式启动了这个世界庆典。
The special activities of Taoist Day 2012 worldwide celebration in mainland China is a worship and pilgrimage to the birthplace of Laozi by a united global Taoist delegation. The historical archive mentioned that Laozi was born in Ku County as a childrenly citizen. Time changes. There are 2 hometowns in modern China as the birthplace of Laozi. One is Guoyang County of Anhui Province. Another one is Luyi County of Henan Province. So the United Global Taoist Delegation made pilgrimages to 2 sacred places for this year's Taoist Day 2012 worldwide celebration. March 7th, 2012 is the second month of 15th day of Chinese lunar calendar. Traveling thousands of hundreds of miles, Master Lee Zhiwang and attention chef Taoist Mission Singapore, President Zheng Guansheng and members of Federation of Sabah Taoist Association in Malaysia, Chairman Li Xingchuan and delegates of Vietnam Laojun Daoguan, together with Taoists from Inner Mongolia, Hunan, Gansu and Shandong, made this holy pilgrimage to attend a grand mass veneration ceremony in Tianjin Palace of Guoyang for Laozi's birthday. As the international delegation had picked up the sacred water in the 9 dragon wells of Tianjin Palace yesterday, so every joint member feels fortune and blessings of this sacred journey. Today, the Tianjin Palace in Guoyang holds a popular New Year celebration with the trumpets and drums. The Taoist ritual choir lights up and marches towards the ritual performing place, Laojun Palace. Laozi is a great thinker, philosopher, and a founder of Taoist thought. From the religious perspective, his birthday is also called the sacred birthday of Taishang Laojun or Tao De Tianzhuan. As Laozi's hometown, people in modern Guoyang have a great devotion for this original sage, and they blend this emotion into their minds, blood, and customs. Every year, On the 5th day of second lunar month, Guiyang holds a large-scale worship ceremony to Laozi. Tianjin Palace is located in Zhenbian village of Guiyang County, a very tranquil location. It was built to commemorate Laozi, and the Guiyang people therefore called it Laojun Temple. In the Yuan and the Ming dynasties, this Taoist palace had many pilgrims and spectacular scenes. Now the modern Tianjin Palace scenic area was built in 1993 by 3 Taoist masters from Taiwan and Hong Kong. The Taoist ritual is one of the most religious forms and generally means the Taoist activities in the location. It is a traditional Taoist method for eliminating the disasters and blessing longevity. It is such a happy occasion today. The abbot of Tianjin Palace in Guiyang, Master Li Fu, arranges longevity rite for Taishan Daozu, which expresses all the Taoists and worshippers' best pious worship to Laozi. The ritual master and ritual attendants first chant, raising the Taoist standards and light 3 sticks of incense. Taoist master then recites Qigong, purpose of ritual, and adds incense. Then continues the Taoist Bugong, Taoist sacred dance steps, and the Daobao, precious Tao sacred dance, Jingbao, precious scripture sacred dance steps, and the Shibao, Taoist master sacred dance steps, which known as 3 clarity steps. After 3 sticks of incense called 3 clarity incense, the ritual attendants then chant the great Haiman praise and invite international Taoist delegates to record incenses and express their sincere worship to Laozi. A birthday congratulation petition prepared in advance was burned in blessing and sent up to heaven. The whole birthday ceremony is taken from the solemn, sacred, and refined Taoist Jiao ritual. After the ritual activity, the organizing committee arranged the international pilgrimage team to visit the local temples and palaces. Then everyone toured a Taoist cultural exhibition and appreciated the historical context and the humanistic spirit of Laozi's hometown. In the world of Taoist culture, we delved into history and show our gratitude to the modern world. On March 8th, the International Taoist delegations of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Celebration, regardless of travel fatigue, are excited to drive to the adjacent Taoist sacred place, Luyin in Henan province. As another birthplace of famous Chinese sage Laozi, Luyi County has been recognized worldwide as the hometown of Laozi. The modern Taoist Tourism and Cultural Development Office has also made the local famous. In the morning of March 8th, in the full festive atmosphere of Taichin Palace, some leaders of Henan, Shanxi Province, and Luyi County hosted the opening ceremony of the birthplace of Taoism, inaugurating Taoist Forum in China. The abbot of Taichin Palace, Master Huang Shizhen, welcomed the delegation of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Celebration.
今天我们同聚在这里，举行道教祖庭揭牌和道教论坛开通仪式，让我们预祝仪式圆满成功。谢谢大家。是书法家。
As Laozi's cultural village in China, named by China Federation of Literature and Arts Circle and the Chinese Folk Literature and Art Association, Luyi uses its profound Taoist heritage to present her Taoist cultural connection. In 2001, Laotian Terrace and the Taichin Palace heritages were entitled as National Heritage Conservation Units, issued by the National Heritage Board. Luyi also hosted the premiere of Laozi's stamp, Taoist Academy Symposium, and built Laozi's monument. This makes the legendary Laozi and Taoism burst out with vigor and vitality in the new era. After a significant and momentous photograph session, the provincial and municipal leaders arranged the International Taoist Pilgrimage Delegation to visit Taichin Hall and worship Supreme Venerable Laozi. Delegates also bought the Taichin Palace seal, Laojun furnace ash, and longevity festival goods inside the Taichin Hall. The 5,000-word Tao Te Ching covers 5,000 years of Chinese civilization. Cultural heritage and a shared spiritual pursuit give philosophical Taoism and religious Taoism in a common root and interactive development. Modern people's new devotion to Laozi have melded into today's famous Taichin Palace, Laojun Terrace, Sanqing Hall, Taichin Hall, Sacred Mother Hall, Children Hall, and a Laozi statue, etc.
在礼，各位举手、提口手。
Later, the International Taoist delegation took part in a Taoist forum. They all hope that the Taoist Day Worldwide Celebration can spread throughout mainland China and become a public holiday. Italy is a beautiful country in Mediterranean and one of the cradles of Western civilization. By the invitation of the organizing committee of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Celebration and Associazione Taoista d'Italia, a 9-person delegation from the China Taoist Association arrived in Rome International Airport on March 15, 2012, to attend a series of activities of the closing ceremony of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide celebration in Italy. The delegates included Master Wang Xinyang, Vice President of China Taoist Association, Mr. Wang Zhiyi, Secretary General of the China Taoist Association, and Mr. Peng Yong, Vice Director of the Foreign Department of the State Administration for Religious Affairs. Founded in 1993, Associazione Taoista d'Italia made the courageous decision to organize the opening ceremony of the first Taoist Day worldwide celebration in Italy last year. It achieved a satisfactory social feedback and praise from all sides. The China Taoist Association also sent 2 representatives to attend the activities and witnessed the historical moment of the first meeting of Chinese Taoism in a Western country. A 3-hour drive from Rome, Caserta is a beautiful city in central Italy, where the Associazione Taoista d'Italia headquarters is located. The president of the association is Master Vincenzo Tieso, with a Tao religious name Lee Zhiwang. He admired the Oriental culture from a young age, studied yoga in India, and went many times to China to learn traditional Chinese medicine and Kung Fu. In 1993, he went to UNESCO Heritage Wudang Mountain in China with the president of the Wudang Taoist Association, Master Wang Guangde, as his teacher. He formally entered the Taoist way. During the same year, he founded the Associazione Taoista d'Italia for spreading Chinese culture and religious Taoism in the Catholic country of Italy. After nearly 20 years of hard work, the Associazione Taoista d'Italia now has more than 200 Italian Taoist believers and 9 initiated Taoists. On March 16th, the international delegates of the China Taoist Association, Taoist Mission Singapore, Viene Laozi Daoguan, the Portuguese Taoist Association, and the Associazione Taoista d'Italia all went to the provincial office and held a meeting with the Caserta provincial governor, Dr. Domenico Zinzin. Last year, Governor Zinzin attended the Taoist Day opening ceremony at a provincial auditorium and delivered an enthusiastic and congratulatory speech. A graduate of medical college, he worked for many years in the surgery department of the hospital, and gained high credits in working as a director of Regional Medical Association. From 1982 to 1992, he worked as board director of Caserta Transportation Company, and in 2010, he was elected as provincial governor of Caserta. Though with a very busy schedule, Provincial Governor Dr. Zinzin still arranged his time so as to meet with the international delegation of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Celebration. He welcomed Taoism to spread in Italy and expressed a sincere hope for the development of mutual cultural consciousness throughout all of Europe. Provincial Governor Dr. Zinzin gave welcoming gifts to the China Taoist Association and all of the international delegates. In return, the representatives of each Taoist association reciprocated with their gifts, showing gratitude to Governor Dr. Zinzin. Today, in a wave of world cultures collaborating in coexistence and convergent spiritual practice development, Caserta province offers a convenient door as well as leadership for China Taoism to spread in Europe. This is a truly inclusive and heartfelt development. The warmth and hospitality of the hosting country brought a sense of heartfelt welcome to every participant. As the capital of Campania region and of Caserta province, Caserta city is not only an important city of agriculture, commerce, and industry. It is also famous for its Caserta Royal Palace, which gained UNESCO World Heritage in 1997. Constructed in the 18th century, Caserta Royal Palace is regarded as one of the three most luxurious royal palaces in the world, together with Château de Versailles in France and Madrid Royal Palace in Spain. Also, the gardens here are known as the most beautiful and splendid royal construction and one of the most popular places to visit in Italy. The garden is 3.2 square kilometers with many waterfalls, lakes, and gardens. It was chosen as the filming spot for blockbuster films such as Star Wars and Mission Impossible 3, etc. Riding in a horse-drawn cart, we passed between scenes of Eastern and Western history, feeling a strong passion for Marco Polo, who traveled to China with great difficulties during Yuan Dynasty, and deeply impressed by the achievement of the Italian Jesuit missionary Matteo Ricci, who came to Beijing during the Ming Dynasty to spread God's will. Culture is a carrier of religion, and religion marks human spiritual elevation. The moment we enter the world of the Caserta Royal Palace, we appreciate the permanent charm of this timeless and famous imperial palace. The palace has over 1,200 royal rooms and various styles of decoration. Through its historical and cultural heritage, we can fully experience the fame of Italian palace architecture in the Age of Enlightenment, with its perfect combination of nature, landscape, and a cultural spirit. At sunset, after a small press conference rescheduled in the hotel, a surprising visit of the distinguished Catholic Bishop of Caserta, His Eminence Pietro Farina, made everyone truly excited. 17 years of age, serving as a priest in the Caserta diocese since 1966, and serving the papacy for already 56 years, His Eminence Pietro Farina is not only an experienced Catholic missionary, but also very interested in cultural exchanges and the education of children as major undertakings. Due to the high esteem felt for him, he was elected Catholic Bishop of Caserta in 2009. Last year, during the Taoist Day Worldwide celebration in Italy, the international team visited him and discussed the issue of religious dialogue and exchange. Catholicism and Taoism finally declared a common concept of religion in kindness, world in peace as a shared message for unity.
Today, 来看到这个卡斯拉塔省的这个社会的发展、宗教的和睦， 这个文化的繁荣，我们非常高兴。我们希望通过这样的活动，这个中意两国这个文化也好，宗教也好，互相的沟通交流，互相促进。
我们也希望主教能够在适当的时候能够到北京，能够到中国去访问考察。
宗教和谐、和平共处，是每一个宗教徒都期望的。大家同为世界万民，为世界各国的和谐、和平共处付出力量。
Today, this second meeting for both parties without doubt has deepened the dialogue and the friendship between Taoism and Catholicism.
就放在你们的教堂里头。
Stato in particolare, opere d'arte.
这里面有中国五大宗教的情况。
Grazie, grazie. Insomma, Franco, mettiti qui indietro che si riesce a prendere tutti insieme. Eccellenza.
The arrival of the Taiwan delegation made a night welcome party extraordinary and cheerful. From Taiwan to Italy, everyone marched together in heart-to-heart encounter. In the morning of March 17th, the mayor of Caserta, Dr. Piotr Della Gaudio, who had already been met yesterday by the international delegates, and the Second Napoleon University, decided to invite all the Taoist celebration members to its municipal office. This brought a surprising feeling of happiness to everyone. We know that the mayor of Caserta, Dr. Piotr Della Gaudio, is 46 and has been an experienced economist for 23 years. He became the mayor in 2006 and likes sports very much. He believes in the responsibility of teamwork and is fully committed to the city's intercultural image and reputation.
我们很高兴的，就是说能够借助意大利这个国家的这一个平台，让道教向世界接轨，再接再厉的在欧美各个地方能够的把道教给发扬出去。
Different from the preceding day, today's topic is more like a friendly conversation and interpersonal communication.
Il Taoismo vuole portare questo anche alle altre religioni. Vorrebbe
中国的文化和意大利的文化，这个传统交往都是1000多年的历史。我们的世界和平，意大利国家的国泰民安，这个社会发展。
Because of thorough previous work with the provincial and municipal governments by the Associazione Taoista Italia, the international Taoist team was able to establish a lasting Taoist friendship with the mayor. Every Taoist association delivered its own friendly wishes to Caserta Mayor Dr. Piotr Della Gaudio. Never been to China before, but decided to go in the future. The mayor of Caserta accepts our interviews and invitation.
È una giornata per noi importante perché è un momento nel quale promozioniamo la nostra città in un posto tra l'altro incantevole, bellissimo, incontrando diverse culture, quella cinese in particolare. E credo che sia un segnale importante di quanto la città di Caserta voglia aprirsi al mondo. È chiaro che non è solo un incontro di tipo culturale e religioso, che comunque già sarebbe estremamente importante per noi, ma è un modo per avvicinare anche le economie dei due paesi. È una città estremamente appetibile per le attività commerciali, oltre che quelle turistiche e culturali. Abbiamo voluto ospitare gli amici qui nel sito monumentale del Belvedere di Caserta perché è un sito monumentale di estrema bellezza, di grande rilievo prima storico e poi culturale. È un momento fondamentale quello di oggi perché credo che sia un punto di partenza per avvicinare le culture dei nostri popoli e mi auguro che ci siano altre occasioni nel tempo per avvicinare due popoli. Tra l'altro il mondo sta cambiando, molte delle nostre produzioni stanno venendo nei vostri paesi, quindi io ritengo che è necessario, è molto importante per noi creare una sinergia di tipo turistico e non solo culturale, perché la città di Caserta si sta in qualche modo riconvertendo da un punto di vista delle proprie attività e delle proprie vocazioni. Quindi ripeto, questo è un punto di partenza, mi auguro di avere la possibilità di venire in Cina per poter continuare questo rapporto, mi auguro soprattutto che ci siano possibilità per ulteriori per far incontrare i nostri popoli. Siamo partiti in questo modo e mi auguro soprattutto che la delegazione trovi nella nostra città l'ospitalità necessaria per poter parlare bene della città di Caserta, della provincia di Caserta e di tutta la nostra regione.
In the morning of March 17th, the international delegation of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Celebration went to the Caserta Provincial Auditorium and attended a special lecture with the young Italian students, especially arranged by the organizing committee. 200 students came from local technical secondary schools and senior schools. The president of Associazione Taoista Italia, Master Vincenzo Di Ieso, used Italian to start the conversation, which quickly gave rise to a cheerful response from the lively Italian students.
E oggi qui abbiamo con 3 principi taoisti, si chiamano San Paolo, dalla prevaricazione. E sapete questo da che cosa deriva?
Master Lee Zhiwang, president of Taoism in Singapore, Professor Robin Wang, director of Asian Pacific Department of Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles, USA, Grandmaster Wong Tai-ning, Tai San-Qing of Daoder Temple in Kaohsiung, Taiwan, Dr. Yin Zhihua, Vice Director of International Department of the China Taoist Association, all stepped to the stage and spoke on the special topic, Taoism and Global Ecology.
道就是这个宇宙万物的创造者。道教的观点，
Dal punto di vista taoista, quindi.
人与动物、植物以及所有的事物都分享了同一个道。
The Italian simultaneous translation gave a direct linkage to the Italian middle school students about the teachings of Taoism on life, nature, and the environment.
要将道文化弘扬至全世界，需要所有高道大德不断挖掘道文化的精华。
道教与环球的生态关系，就是道的存在，就是环球的生态能够继续生存生长下去，不会受到破坏。
The excellent content of the scholars as well as the Tao's presentations made a deep impression on the young audience, who showed their deep interest in learning more of Oriental culture. At the end of the lecture, the Italian students showed their enthusiasm and a strong approval of the talks, with a big and lengthy applause. Perhaps they were unaware that today was the first time for Chinese Taoism to enter a provincial auditorium in Italy and communicate directly with Italian middle school students. It was a historically significant moment.
L'abbadessa del Tempio del Tao della
In the
Lee
afternoon,
Zhiwang.
the Vice Secretary of China Taoist Association, Master Meng Zhiling, and the Grand Master Wang Taiming of Taoist Temple in Kaohsiung give lectures on Taoist teachings. The theme of Master Meng Zhiling was Taoist practices. The locally ordained Taoists, Catholics, teachers, and ordinary Italians listened to the details with strong interest.
然后过一个与世无争的生活，从一个凡夫俗子，最后达到得道、达到真人的过程。所以道教的实践必须先经过出世修道。通过修道，然后有道，然后才能入世度人。
道主指点，今天我们要在这里呢进行的是诵念这个三观宝经。谢谢各位。
After an introduction to Taoist ritual practice, Master Lee Zhiwang, the convener of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Celebration, preceded the congregation in the blessing rites in the provincial auditorium of Caseta.
在上香，三上香，礼成，请转身回。现在我们将开始诵念三观经。
Grandmaster Wang Taiming, Tai Ascension of Taoist Temple in Kaohsiung, led her ritual performing group in presenting a blessing rite named Sanguan Scripture for those in attendance, which lasted about 1 hour in the Caseta Provincial Auditorium. Today, a very special day of the Taoist Day Worldwide Celebration. Western lands finally hear the chanting of Chinese Taoist blessings. After the blessing petition, the organizers of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Celebration gave their special gifts to the event participants and Italian friends. From the first international conference on Taoist studies in Bellagio of Italy in 1968 to the founding of Associazione Taoista d'Italia in 1993, to a series of festivities of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Celebration in Caseta. Taoism, China's national religion, finally was heard in Italy and the Western world. This is the beginning of a completely new era in history, which Laozi's blessings, harmony, and compassion, based on our gratitude from the heart, can help world citizens work together in peace for a better tomorrow. In the morning of March 18th, the delegates come to the Department of Political Studies of the Second Natali University and participated in a global dialogue on Taoism with the theme Taoists in Global Unity. After presenting last year and this year's event video arranged by the organizing committee, Mariana Branco, Vice President of Portuguese Taoist Association, then introduced the current Taoist situation in Portugal. Master Huang Xinyang, Vice President of China Taoist Association, also gave a speech. At sunset, the teachers of the college students of Second Natali University and various local Italians gathered again at the same university and listened to the lectures entitled Taoist Answers to Human Needs. Master Ji Hongzhong of Shanghai Taoist Association talked about the relevant theme with other scholars. The charm of the music is eternal. The organizing committee arranges a gospel choir for all the participants. The beautiful singing reminds us the famous Italian poet Dante Alighieri and the paradise description in his epic Divine Comedy. But this time, the Oriental sage Laozi arrives from the sky and looks at humans and sentient beings as well. The sound of Tao and virtue, natural and finally, meld into our hearts and souls in the paradise. The Dean of Department of Political Studies of Second Natali University, Professor Gian Maria Piccinelli, who is an expert in Arabic and has profound knowledge of Islamic culture, expressed his sincere congratulations to the participants on the Taoist Day Worldwide celebration. The respectful Bishop of Caserta, His Eminence Pietro Farina, also graced at the closing ceremony of the event.
主教这是对我们道教这个在这里的活动的关心和支持，我们表示非常的感谢。祝主教身体健康。谢谢。
The organizing committee of Taoist Day Worldwide celebration presented a souvenir to the Bishop of Caserta, His Eminence Pietro Farina. Mayor of Caserta, Dr. Pio Delagodio, who also presented and made a speech, congratulated Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide celebration on a successful celebration in Caserta. The organizing committee and every International Taoist Association issued certificates to the VIP members. In a spirit of blessing and friendship, together with the warm Italian hospitality and festivities, the Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide celebration significantly closed on glorious note, rejoicing great global Taoist fellowship and unity, bringing forth world harmony and peace always. Tao is universal, its virtues nurture all.
And it's great that people from different countries came here to talk about this religion that we Italian don't know. So I think that this international dimension is one of the most impressive part of this event and one of the biggest goal that the event has reached. In my opinion, I think that the most impressive part of taking part in this event, this Taoism celebration, is that we basically are in a Catholic country. Italy is mainly Catholic, but you know, talking about Taoism is really difficult, but I saw a lot of people, a lot of common people from Caserta join us and taking part to our program and listen to what Taoism is and what Taoism represent in China and in other countries besides China. I really enjoyed all the experience.
I've traveled 600 kilometers to come here to Caserta to share this event with everybody coming from China, from Singapore, from many other countries, and to speak about Taoism, to listen to the masters, to explain a philosophy that is very good for Italy, for the world, for ecology, for everything inside us. It's a very special and happy occasion for me to share with everybody.
We call it worldwide celebrations because we have encouraged, for the first year, last year, we have encouraged people from other countries to come forward, especially our Southeast Asian friends and European friends as well as American friends. But we call them friends because we cannot identify whether they are in Tao yet. But if they are friends of Tao, we welcome them. If they're friends in Tao, definitely we would like their support. With the first year of work, we have found that many of the brothers in our group, the Taoist community, they're looking for more than just a celebration. There must be reasons why they come forward to be identified with our celebration. As we are practitioners of the Tao and we call ourselves Taoists, then Taoist Day is appropriate in that term. So the minute we say that we are celebrating Taoist Day, our brothers in Europe, in America, or even the South Pacific or Southeast Asia can understand and accept this term, Taoist Day, being the Rev Day of Laozi.
Comparing to the last edition, this year was more wide and important. We have interested the schools, university, and the different social institutions. And we have more than 400 people that follow all the manifestations, because we have given them cultural aspect, spiritual aspect, religious aspect, and it let the Italian people to better understand the Taoist thought. Next year we make bigger, I hope so, because we have found a very interest into the Italian people, and we do the best to spread out Taoism in Italy.
这是我们中国道教协会这个受意大利道教协会的邀请，来参加2012年的道教节这个国际的一个庆典，这个闭幕式的活动。我觉得这个很有意义。这次来参加活动，我觉得有3点比较突破的。第一点呢，就是我们这次这个活动能进他这个学校，跟这个中学生，跟他们讲中国的文化、道教的一些常识，所以在别的国家很难做到的。第二点呢，我觉得我们这次的活动经他的政府的大楼里这么举行一个闭幕式和跟他们的交往，我觉得他们的省的政府和他们市的政府，包括他的领导人都很包容，给我们很多的方便，给很多一些平台。第3点呢，我们这次来他这里的天主教的主教他还来看望我们，跟我们共同来交流，共同来努力帮助我们把这个活动办得更好一些。这次的活动这个办得很成功，也很圆满，对我们道教在国际的世界的这个传播、这个发展、这个友好交往、这个文化的交流，都起到很重要的
这个意义。我觉得这是在这个意大利也是一个起步，也是一个开始，对今后来说也是一个一个平台，一个台阶，跟各国的道教的这个道教徒们互相切磋、互相交流，共同来发展我们的道教事业。
2012 is 2,583 years of celebration of the Oriental sage, philosopher, and thinker Laozi. On the day of his sacred birthday on February 15th of the second lunar month, we hosted and celebrated Taoist Day 2012 worldwide celebration from Asia's Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore, Chinese Guiyang and Luyi, Indonesia, and later in Caserta in Italy. Although the images presented here are above countries, there are actually 18 countries, more than 100 Taoist temples and palaces, and 210 organizations who have joined our world celebration convened by the organizing committee of Taoist Day 2012 Worldwide Celebration. The Taoist thought of Laozi melds into the concepts of respecting harmony, life worship, frugality, and humility. The Tao roots the nature. The heaven and the humans combine into one unity, which has become a most important source of ideas in the traditional Chinese culture. Let's inherit and widen Laozi's spirit in respecting the Tao and promoting virtue, supporting the world and benefiting humans. Let's work hand in hand in developing Chinese Taoism and social harmony, and work together on global peace and health process. Tao is universal, and its virtues nurture all. May Tao bless everyone the best, and let's meet at the Taoist Day 2003 Worldwide Celebration.